All right. The project for today is to replace the stock headlights from my 2017 Toyota Sienna with these brand new Hikari ones. So this is the brand that I'm going with. This is a very popular brand. You can buy this off Amazon. They have many different options, and I'm going with one of the brightest ones. This one, which is the 18,000 lumen. This is the stock halogen low beam headlamp for the Sienna. It's only slightly better than not having any headlights. Like, it's pretty bad, especially when it's raining. Doesn't work super well, whereas these are, maybe I would say, at least 3 times brighter, if not more. Work really good. So I'm going to go with these ones. As you can see, because these are the LED ones, they need like an extra fan to keep them cool and all of that. So they are slightly bigger than the stock ones, but they have the exact same connector, so they should be plug and play. Right here is the same connector, so they should be plug and play. The only thing to watch out for is clearly they need a little bit more space than these, a little bit more room. So make sure your car also has a little bit more room in the headlight area. In a Sienna, this works perfectly fine, and I think on most cars this works perfectly fine. But just make sure you have the extra room to accommodate for this, like adapter, the longer wire, the fan, and then the light itself. But it's a fairly easy install. Okay, so the first step is to pop the hood open. The hood release is right here next to the steering wheel on the Sienna. It's like right here. So pop this open. I went in and did this because I can't do it single-handed. So even after you pop the hood from the inside, there's still a latch here. So before you can lift the hood up, like, slide your fingers in, move this latch to the side like this, and lift up with your other hand, and then the hood pops open. And it has this arm right here, which is normally stored somewhere over here. Yeah, right there. The arm is normally stored there. Take it off and put it in this holder right over here that holds the hood up and gives us access to the light, which is right here. That's the light, that's the stock connector and the stock bulb. So it's really easy to take this off. This is the stock connector, and it has a tab on it right here. So just push the tab in and pull the connector down, and just make sure you are like pushing on this tab like really hard, because you don't want to break this tab off. Like, if it takes too much force, you're probably not pushing this tab in the entire way down. So I'm actually going to like turn the camera off now, because it's better to do it with 2 hands. And there's that connector pulled off, and this is a look at the tab again. This is the tab that you want to push in, and you can even see it like go in right there. So make sure you're pushing it in all the way from here, like push it down here for maximum leverage, and then pull down on it lightly, like really lightly. And that exposes the headlight, which sits right here. And to take the headlight off, all you have to do is turn it counterclockwise. So just twist like this, and then it should pull out like that. And here's how the stock piece of shit halogen bulb comes out. Right, and then here's the new one. It goes in exactly the same. So it goes in right in that same hole. The tabs on it need to align, so just like kind of twist it in place till you find where the sweet spot is. You'll feel the tabs align and then go in, and then twist it just the opposite, so like clockwise. And of course this will happen on video. This is super simple. Let's see where the tabs are. There we go. Oops, no. There we go. This time for real. There you go, and it's in. And you'll know it's in, like, it's not going to move. It's in. And then the connector is just plug and play. Like I said, it's the exact same connector. So you just push that through. It's kind of hard to do it one-handed. Let me see. Right, this is really hard to do one-handed, so I kind of lined it up just like that. But I mean, it's just a connector, and it can go in either ways, and then just press it in, and that's all there is to it. And you'll hear a little click, and then that's it. You can give it a little tug to make sure it's not coming out, so you know it's in all the way. But that's about it. And then the only other thing I would say is, like, now you have this like big piece of wire with this adapter just hanging down here. So instead, just use a zip tie and just zip tie it to this wiring harness right here. So it'll stay nice and tucked out of the way. But that's about it. Let's look at the headlight again. As you can see in the Sienna, there's plenty of room to use this slightly bigger headlight. You will thank me later. This is much better than the stock one. Highly recommended. So here is a quick look at how I zip tied this. So I just like put it in a bunch like this, or rather folded it like this, and then put a zip tie there so it stays nice and tucked out of the way. The only other thing, I did say this goes on bi-directionally, like anyway, that's not true. It only goes on one way, and you'll see a little tab on the connector that has to be aligned with where that push tab is. And that's the only way you'll hear the click. So just make sure you hear the click and make sure it's not coming off, and you should be good.